live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A jury hands down a verdict to one of Mike Madigan's former top aides. The decision on Tim Mapes ahead of the former speaker's spring trial.
A Rockford job opportunity opens up a career path to saving lives. First responders say it takes a special kind of person to be the first voice someone hears in an emergency.
And the heat didn't stop an outdoor fundraiser from happening. Organizers say the event's a great way for businesses in the parks to join forces. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Excessive heat warnings are still in place around the state line. We matched yesterday's high temperature so far. The heat index was triple digits since 10 this morning.
Well, let's head back over to Candace for when we could see things cooling down a bit. Candace?
Yeah, you know, later tonight there'll be some improvements. And what's interesting with temperatures today and yesterday, we actually had them mirror each other. So beginning at noon, straight up through about 4 or 5 o'clock, those temperatures pretty much the same as what they were hour by hour yesterday. 97 our high so far. We've got that excessive heat warning in place, and that remains in place here through about 8 o'clock tonight. There is a cold front that comes through, so that'll knock temperatures down a little, but it does take about another 24 hours or so before we really get rid of a lot of that humidity. So I anticipate tomorrow to still be a bit on the muggy side, just not nearly as hot as what it's been today. 109 our heat index currently down to in Rockford, 108 in Freeport, 117 in Sterling with an air temperature of 98. So just a stone's throw away from that 100-degree mark. And we do maintain that heat and humidity straight through sunset tonight, dropping down into the lower 80s once we get to about 11, 12 o'clock tonight. Now, I mentioned that cold front and lake breeze coming in. I am keeping an eye on some thunderstorms. The ones south of Milwaukee, these are moving out over Lake Michigan, so not concerned with that. But with the cold front here right along Madison, Wisconsin, or just north of there, these actually have the potential to impact parts of southern Wisconsin within the next hour, hour and a half, and they could slide a little further south going into northern Illinois once we get closer to sunset. So Futurecast keeps that risk in there. I think the greatest threat, guys, will be east of I-39, and that potential is there for a few isolated severe thunderstorms. That'll last through about 10 o'clock, and then we quiet things down during the overnight. I'll talk more about that coming up here a little later.
Thanks, Candace. We'll see you in a bit. Several state line schools canceled classes because of the heat. Rockford's Boylan High School shifted to e-learning for the second day. Last night, Pecatonica administrators also made the decision to shift to e-learning. They had issues with 2 large air conditioning units at the elementary and middle school. Freeport students also got an unexpected day off. Some buildings in that district had power issues. For now, no schools announced remote learning or canceled classes that we're aware of for tomorrow. For the second day, the Rockford Park District decided to move several programs and games. Soccer matches at Sports Score 2 have been canceled. Golf lessons for today were moved to Saturday. The Park District has offered some cool alternatives like splash pads or skating in the Carlson Ice Arena.
A former aide to Mike Madigan is found guilty in a Chicago courtroom. Tim Mapes served as chief of staff for the former Illinois House Speaker for over 25 years. He also served as executive director for the Illinois Democratic Party for 20 years while Madigan was the chair. Mapes was convicted of lying to a federal grand jury during an investigation into Madigan and his time in the Capitol. Madigan is set to start his own trial in April, where he faces charges of bribery and racketeering.
Sheriff's deputies arrest a Rockford man they say had cocaine on him. Investigators got a tip from the community. Someone was selling a lot of cocaine in Winnebago County. Detectives narrowed in on Juan Robles as the suspect. Narcotics unit members pulled Robles' car over yesterday. They say they found 2 kilograms of cocaine. According to investigators, they found 32 more kilograms at Robles' house. He's charged with 1 count of possession with intent to deliver more than 900 grams of cocaine. Robles is in the Winnebago County Jail.
The people who answer the call when you're having an emergency are looking for some help.
Nicole Delgado learned what it takes to be a 911 operator. Nicole?
That's right, Eric and Mimi. Rockford's 911 telecommunication team are in the first phase of their hiring process. They tell me they are looking for the best to help the community.
911, where's your emergency? 24-hour and 7 days a week operating business, honestly. So we always need help.
Samantha Cardwell has been a 911 operator for over a year. This job lets her be a part of saving lives in her hometown.
I feel like We definitely make a difference in our community daily. I feel like we get better insight of what's going on in the community, making sure that they know we're here to help, because a lot of times they're in a panic mode because of whatever they're experiencing, so we have to calm them down so we can get the information needed for the officers.
Training supervisor Adam Ike believes telecommunicators are the most important people that aren't seen.
Our people here in the center are the first responders. Without our people taking the calls and dispatching the calls, the citizens wouldn't get the help that they're looking for. So our people are here answering the phones and getting them the help that they need. So it is very important.
Adam is looking to create a strong staff to better help the community.
Our people are taking 911 calls, taking non-emergency calls. They are dispatching for police departments, fire departments, sometimes while they're taking 911 calls, listening to multiple fire department radio channels at one time, multiple police department radio channels at one time.
All you need is a high school diploma and be 18 years of age or older.
Our training program here is very, very solidified, and they're very good at helping in areas that you might not think that you need help in, or helping in areas that they see that you need help in.
Samantha encourages anyone who wants to make a difference to apply.
If you have compassion to assist the community daily, I would say definitely try.
Starting pay is over $22 an hour. Rockford 911 is taking applications until September 10th. I have a link to that on mystateline.com. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nikel. A pilot is injured after his plane goes down in Jo Daviess County. Last Sunday morning, Jo Daviess County Sheriff's deputies received multiple reports of a possible plane crash. Witnesses in the area near Route 84 told authorities they saw the aircraft fly close to the ground and never reappear. Sheriff's police were able to find the pilot on Route 84, a short distance from his downed plane in a cornfield. The aircraft was flying from Monticello, Iowa to Poplar Grove when it started experiencing engine troubles. The pilot of the plane was treated for minor injuries and was released from the scene. The FAA is investigating the incident.
Business leaders braved the heat for some networking on the greens. Forest Hills Country Club hosted the 5th annual Parks Chamber golf outing. Golfers could win dozens of raffle prizes and play games during and after their round of golf. This outing is the Parks Chamber's main fundraiser. The Chamber's executive director says the event's about more than just low scores.
We've got a lot of folks playing today that are avid golfers, and they have to be an avid golfer to play today because it's so hot. But yeah, it's just a fun event. We have great sponsorships, great prime sponsors, and activity hole sponsors. So it's a fun day for people to get out on the golf course and enjoy some time together.
Golfers also had the chance to win trophies for the best men's, women's, and mixed teams.
A local school holds an event to welcome incoming students. Flynn Middle School is hosting its 4th annual Future Falcon Frenzy. The event invites all future 6th graders to join the school for a 4-day event. Students have the opportunity to meet their teachers, get comfortable with the building, and take part in some fun activities. One teacher says it's all in an effort to lessen anxiety about the move to a new school.
It's all about, here you are welcoming to our Falcon family. Let's help you with your lockers so you're not struggling with that. Let's go ahead and show you where your classrooms are so you're not struggling with that on the first day of school. And they're also in small groups too, where they get to make friends with someone who they're not familiar with, so they have like a buddy to go to.
This year, more than 100 students are attending the event. Authorities in Fulton County, Georgia await Donald Trump's arrival.
Coming up, the former president and his co-defendants claim they are not guilty.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Lever, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Former President Donald Trump arriving earlier at the Newark, New Jersey airport, where he got on a plane to fly down to Atlanta this afternoon.
Once there, he will surrender to authorities in Fulton County. He faces more than a dozen charges related to his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. Like several of his 18 co-defendants who've already surrendered at the Georgia jail, Trump's booking process will likely include a mugshot. The former president already agreed to a $200,000 bond and other release conditions, including not using social media to target the co-defendants and witnesses in the case. This is the 4th time this year the former president has faced criminal charges. Russian President Vladimir Putin breaks his silence on Wednesday's deadly plane crash outside Moscow. It reportedly killed the head of the Wagner mercenary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, and 9 other people.
Although there's been no official confirmation that Prigozhin was killed, Putin referred to the Russian mercenary leader in the past tense, saying the Wagner leader had made, quote, made some serious mistakes in life, but had also achieved necessary results. The remarks were the Russian president's first comments on Prigozhin's apparent death. Putin also offered his condolences to the families of those on the plane. Another hot and muggy day here in the state line.
Coming up, we will hear from Candace on when we might see some relief from the high temperatures.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, just coming in here to the first warned weather center, we've got a severe thunderstorm watch that was issued for a portion of the area, southern Wisconsin, Green Rock and Walworth counties, and Boone and McHenry counties here in northern Illinois. This will run through about 10 o'clock here tonight. Now, I don't think thunderstorms will extend that far to the west out in southwest Wisconsin, but definitely something to keep an eye on as we're starting to see that activity fire up a little more along two features here showing up on radar. We've got a lake breeze coming in off of Lake Michigan, which fired up these thunderstorms. I mean, look at how expansive and quick those storms were to turn severe with the amount of lightning that developed. These are going to move out over Lake Michigan, but keeping an eye on these storms that have severe thunderstorm warnings with them east of Madison, north of Fort Atkinson. Again, the motion of this is to the southeast. These are forming right along a cold front that will continue to move south here over the next several hours. So I think the areas that hold the best chance of seeing any isolated severe weather going to be there east of I-39. So the further west you get, so if you're watching, let's say in Freeport or out in Cedarville, maybe out towards Forreston, you might not see anything. You can see the clouds off in the distance, the thunderhead clouds off in the distance when you look to the north and northeast, but I think we'll stay fairly dry, although not going to completely rule it out, but the greater chance here is going to be along and east of I-39, just given the storm motion. But with that cold front coming in, we still can't rule that out a little further to the east. Also keeping an eye, there's probably likely going to be some bigger thunderstorms forming along portions there of Michigan on the other side of Lake Michigan. Now I mentioned looking to the north here, it is very muggy out there. So with that cold front, you can see those thunderstorm clouds building to the north. We take kind of a live look with our SkyTrack camera out in Freeport at the Park Hills Golf Course, turned it a little to the northeast there, and you can definitely see those towering cumulus clouds. So as we go through this evening, I think we'll see that better chance for some thunderstorms, at least locally for parts of the area within the next hour or two. So getting closer to about 6:30, 7 o'clock this evening. And again, along and east of I-39 hold the biggest risk for any isolated severe weather. Biggest threats with that going to be damaging winds, some small hail, and some very heavy rainfall, just given the amount of moisture that we have here in the atmosphere. Once we get after about 10 o'clock, things are going to be much more quiet. We are going to introduce a little more cloud cover during the day tomorrow and can't completely rule out an isolated sprinkle, light shower kind of throughout the day. Thunderstorm chances going to be favored further south and southwest of, let's say, a line from Sterling down through Dixon. So areas well to the south of us for any thunderstorm activity tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. A little fog is possible Friday night going into Saturday. Saturday, we've got a mix of sun and clouds, and things will be much more quiet. Notice that marginal risk out there for southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. So we'll keep an eye on some of those isolated severe thunderstorms. Other than that, it's the heat we have to contend with. That excessive heat warning remains in effect until 8 o'clock here this evening, as temperatures once again made it into the 90s, 97 degrees with that heat index back up over 100. Now tomorrow it is still going to feel humid. Heat index in the low 90s for tomorrow. It'll take about 24 hours before we really get rid of a lot of that moisture, guys. So the weekend, I think, will feel a lot better.
We are certainly looking forward to that. Candace, thanks.
Wisconsin next with sports. The Heat's forced two Nick 10 football teams to change their plans for kicking off the season.
And will Justin Fields take the field for the Bears' final preseason game Saturday?
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
Tonight was supposed to be the night when local football kicked off with a Thursday night game, much like the NFL kicks off on a Thursday night, only the game won't happen now. The scheduled game between Guilford and Belvedere at Funderburg Stadium has been pushed back to tomorrow night because of the heat tonight. The game was scheduled for tonight because there weren't enough officials to go around for all the games tomorrow night. But Belvedere Athletic Director Josh Sternquist tells me he was fortunate enough to find some available officials for tomorrow. The temperature should be at least 10 degrees cooler tomorrow night than tonight. There will be 3 more Nick 10 games tomorrow night. Harlem at Auburn, Boylan against East at Swanson Stadium, Jefferson at Hononegah, and then Saturday, Belvedere North will play at Freeport. That's a noon kickoff. We will see Justin Fields and most of the Bears starters in action Saturday in the Bears' final preseason game against the Bills. Fields didn't play last week against the Colts. He only played briefly in the first preseason game against the Titans. Now, how much Fields will play Saturday, only the coaches know at this point.
You know, our starters are going to play. They're going to play a selected number of plays. But I will say this, that, you know, the number of plays we will discuss after this. We have a 1:45 meeting, and we will discuss the terms of the number of reps and who and what and when.
And there's quarterback news out of Green Bay. Matt LaFleur has confirmed that rookie Sean Clifford will be the Packers' second-string QB behind Jordan Love. Clifford has looked good in 2 preseason games. He's completed 73% of his passes. He seems poised for a rookie. No doubt starting 4 seasons at Penn State has helped with that. Clifford says he just wants to keep improving.
Every day you grind to not only try to perform on the field, but also mentally prepare yourself off the field for every situation. Constantly trying to just better yourself.
We're still at that critical stage of the baseball season for the Cubs. They're playing in Pittsburgh tonight. They're 6-0 against the Pirates this season. And Shohei Ohtani's phenomenal season might be over. He has a torn ligament in his pitching elbow. He might need Tommy John surgery. He's already had that procedure once in his career. He definitely will not pitch again this season. He could possibly DH. The injury is a blow to his hopes of getting a record free agent deal in the offseason. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, now we're starting to see some thunderstorms to the north of the state line.
Yeah, we've got a couple of thunderstorms there east of Madison, south of Milwaukee, so we'll keep an eye on those. Those are moving mostly to the southeast here this evening, but could clip parts of the area. So Boone and McHenry counties, along with Green, Rock, and Walworth County in Wisconsin, just placed under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. So kind of keeping an eye on those storms as these develop and grow ahead of a cold front that'll continue to move through. I think areas along and east of I-39 hold the best potential of seeing any isolated severe weather here throughout this evening. Temperatures will still stay warm tonight. We are in the lower 70s, up to 88 tomorrow. Still somewhat humid, but much more comfortable by the weekend.
Sounds good. Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.